Hey guys, Saki here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to do a side-by-side look at the Pixel 3 XL and the Pixel 2 XL from last year. I am going to go over the design, dimensions, the software, the camera, and basically everything to see if this is a big upgrade, and especially if a Pixel 2 XL owner should go ahead and move up a notch to the Pixel 3 XL. So let's dive in. Now the first thing I want you guys to notice is the size of these devices. They actually have almost identical specs when it comes to dimensions. They're equally thick, equally tall and wide, and also they almost weigh the same. So the Pixel 3 XL weighs a couple more grams than the actual Pixel 2 XL, probably because of the glass back, but the overall dimensions, as you can see side by side, are exactly the same. And of course, if you were to go into the actual software and just take a look around, you'll see that the software experience is almost identical. Now, one thing with the Pixel 2 XL is that it has a 6-inch screen, while the Pixel 3 XL has a 6.3-inch screen. But of course, it's got this notch over here, and also it's got an extra wide-angle front-facing camera as opposed to the Pixel 2 XL that only has one single regular angle camera. But again, as far as actual software functionality is concerned, they're really almost identical with the exact same features and tactics built into it. So I can swipe up. Of course, that's because they're running the same exact Android 9.0 operating system. Let me go back to the settings really quick over here. Settings, go all the way down, go to system, and then tap on about and about. And as you can see, both of these phones are in fact running Android version 9.0. So from a software perspective, you're not going to see anything different on these phones. In fact, let's just go into a couple menus over here. So let me just go to the display over here, right here. Display. Again, you get all the same settings on the display side. Same exact thing, all right? If I go back out and if I go to the system and just go to gestures, those are the built-in gestures for these smartphones. You have the exact same options. Now, one extra option I see over here is the swipe up on home button option that allows you to go into the app drawer that can be actually disabled. Now, you can do the same thing here, okay? Just like that. Same interface, obviously. With this one over here, you actually have an option to turn that off if you don't want it. And if you do turn it off, you get the old school 3 buttons over here where you can tap the recents button, home button, and the back button. Okay, not a bad feature to have. So let's just enable this so they look exactly the same. And there's one more thing you can do. By the way, they both have the active edge option where you squeeze the phone to bring up the Google Assistant and do other things such as squeeze the phone to silence notifications. Both of these guys have it as well. But one more thing that you do have is if you go to the settings over here, settings, I'm noticing that this one here has a digital well-being option, whereas this one doesn't yet. Of course, it's going to get very soon, but as of now, I haven't seen it. And of course, I did update this product just recently. As a matter of fact, I'll show you that right now. If you go to the system and if you go to the advanced over here, tap on system update. And if I check for an update, I'm just checking for one right now. So this is up to date. So the one thing that's on this guy is the digital well-being options that allows you to control how much time you're spending with your smartphone. These are features we're seeing on the iPhones and other Android phones as well. But then now you have it on the Google Pixel 3 XL, but not on the 2 XL. And of course, it says over here, this is the beta version. Okay, so this is still work in progress. So I bet you once it's finalized here, it's going to trickle down to the Pixel 2 XL as well. Now, one observation I'm going to make about the notch over here is nobody likes the notch, okay? So I would have preferred the Pixel 3 XL to actually be just like the Pixel 2 XL without the notch, with just the improvements that it came with, such as the camera and the front-facing camera and the speaker loudness and stuff like that. There really is no way to say it, but that notch looks ugly, makes the phone look out of symmetry. If you look at them side by side, this one simply looks better. Now, interestingly enough, you can actually go into the Pixel 3 XL and disable the notch so it looks exactly like the Pixel 2 XL. So let me show you how to get that done. If you go to the settings over here, and if you scroll all the way down, go to the system, and tap on advanced, there's going to be an option here, developer options, that you have to enable. Now to enable this, you go to About Phone, scroll all the way down and tap on the build number 7 times, okay? And that's going to enable the developer options over here. So when you tap this guy, you scroll down under where it says drawing, right over here. And then at the bottom of that option, you'll see the display cutout feature. Okay, let me just go back into this guy. Now if you tap on the display cutout feature, it allows you to hide the notch. It's got a bunch of other options here that are not really usable, but the hide option here is going to hide the notch. And now when you look at these phones side by side, you actually cannot even tell the difference from the front side. You could mistake this one for the Pixel 2 XL and mistake this one for the Pixel 3 XL. Now when the notch is hidden, no matter what you do, it's not going to show up. Okay, so it's not a half-assed hidden notch. It's a completely hidden notch. Now this feature is not built in. Let me just launch some apps so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you launch apps, again, that notch is going to be non-existent as if it was a Pixel 2. Okay. Now the one thing with this thing is you do have to go out of your way to enable this by going into the system and going into the developer options, which is not recommended for consumers. So hopefully what they're going to do very soon is they're going to take these options and make them mainstream so you can actually do this. So if you tap this again, you have this tall cutout, which I don't know what that is. You can do this one, the double cutout. You can get 2 notches, top and bottom. And you got the corner cutout, and you got all these weird things over here. But the best one over here is going to be the hide one. Let's just do the device default for this review. But that's one option to make your Pixel 3 XL look like a normal phone. At least for now, until we don't have any workout for that notch. But I'll let you know that when I do disable the notch, because the screen is an OLED display, the blacks are so dark that the hiding is almost realistic. So it almost feels like there's no screen here to begin with. So we'll see what happens with that. Now one thing that really pleases me about the back of the Pixel smartphones is the design. I simply like the design of the Pixel smartphones. Now first and foremost, they will go with one camera. Okay, so just looks better for some reason than all these dual camera setups. Then you have an LED flashlight over here and over here, and then the cameras are compartmentalized into a 2-tone design. Now with this one, it's black and white. This is white and white, but you still have a compartmentalization. This is more reflective over here on the top, and when you transition over here, it's more matte. But this is glass, and Pixel 2, of course, is aluminum all around. And of course, the glass back on the Pixel 3 XL enables wireless charging, while the aluminum back on the Pixel 2 XL does not offer wireless charging. Now, in my opinion, this black and white combination looks better than the white and white combination, and I do wish that Google actually made this in black and white color. But unfortunately, I still wouldn't have bought this phone because of its notch design. But I may actually keep the Pixel 3 regular version, okay? Not the XL, but the regular version. But I really wish they gave us this color design over here, okay? Other thing I like about this is the button that they have. So with the Pixel 2 XL, they have an orange button. With this one, it is like a green, and that just gives us a little bit more styling. So from the back side, these phones look absolutely phenomenal. They're minimalist, they're clean, and they're well designed, and they actually look like they're pixelated, which makes sense. Now, if you are a Pixel 2 XL owner, as of now, there's no need to upgrade to the Pixel 3 XL unless the notch doesn't bother you. If the notch does not bother you, it's okay to actually move on to the Pixel 3 XL if you have the money for it, but it's not going to be a major upgrade. It's just a small upgrade over the Pixel 2 XL. As I use the software on both of these smartphones, they both feel very smooth and very snappy, as if there was no big difference. Now, I do want to make a quick mention about the display. The display on the Pixel 3 XL for now looks a little bit better than the display on the Pixel 2 XL. You may not be able to see that in the camera, but it looks cleaner, it looks crisper, and it looks brighter overall. And of course, some of the reviewers have actually mentioned that there were some improvements on the actual display. So even when I'm looking at these displays from an angle, on the Pixel 2 XL, as I'm looking at it from this angle here, I can see a little bit bluing of the screen, but with this one it looks white and bright with no discoloring when looking at it from angles. And like I said, it just seems brighter and more vibrant. So the display certainly has been improved over the old Pixel, but it's not a dramatic revolutionary change, but it's going to please people that were dissatisfied with the Pixel 2 XL. And of course, as we talked about, if you look around the device, ignore the notch. These phones are very identical. They've got the same ports. They got the USB Type-C port, no headphone jack, front-facing dual stereo speakers, top here, bottom here, and a similar design. And of course, you're gonna get a camera improvement on the Pixel 3 XL with some extra features, but I doubt those features are enough to make you want to upgrade from the Pixel 2 to the Pixel 3, because this camera already competes directly with all the current flagships such as the Note 9, the iPhone XS, and other smartphones on the market. And honestly, every single shot I take on this phone or any other flagship is highly usable and very satisfactory. Now this one is going to be even better with a couple extra options that just don't make it worthwhile for me to upgrade from the 2 to the 3. But anyway, let me know down below, if you have a Pixel 2, are you going to upgrade to the Pixel 3? Or if you're in the market to buy one of these, which one would you buy? Now you do know this one is going to be $900 and this is going to be, it starts at $650 now. So it's a cheaper option to actually have, and it's still fast, still snappy. So let me know which one would you choose if you have the option to buy one, or whether or not are you going to upgrade. And just drop your comments down below and just give me any kind of comments relating to the Pixel smartphones. All right, guys, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH and give this video a thumbs up. Have a fantastic day. Oh, and of course, if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, make sure to follow me on all at SAKITECH Online. All right.